What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Half Price Concessions Podcast weekly update for Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. What these episodes will do is tell you what tracks are racing, what classes, and get you ready for a weekend full of racing both on asphalt and dirt here in central North Carolina. We'll start with asphalt racing on Friday night. Of course, Ace Speedway over in Elon has the Solid Rock Carriers Cars Tour late models. They'll be going 125 laps. Limited late models, mini stocks, and champ carts also on the card for this Friday. You can go in person or you can stream on carstour.tv. They will have the streaming. Wake County Speedway in Raleigh is racing late models, Carolina Mini Stock Challenge, Mod 4s, Legends, and Bandoleros. Asphalt racing on Saturday this week, Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem, set to open June the 5th. For their season opener, the Hayes Jewelers 200. So they won't be racing this weekend, but they will be having open practice next Saturday, May the 15th, for all divisions. Grandstands are closed for those practices. Caraway Speedway down in Sophia has $5 Mother's Day Appreciation Night. They're racing late models, challengers, mini stocks, 602 mods. That racing will also be available on stream if you go to carawayspeedway.tv. Hickory Motor Speedway up in Newton is running twin 40s for their late models, limited, street stock, super trucks, and Renegades also on the tab. You can go in person or stream on hickorymotorspeedway.tv. Orange County Speedway out in Rougemont has the Jimmy Capps Memorial, running late models, chargers, mini stocks, front-wheel drives, Mod 4s, and vintage sportsmen. You can go in person or you can listen on their radio broadcast on WKRX 96.7 FM. Or you can listen online if you go to radioroxboro.com starting at 7 p.m. The radio broadcast starts about 6:30. That's radioroxboro.com, ROXBORO. Tri-County Speedway in Granite Falls is running the Southeast Super Trucks, limited late models, Legends, Bandoleros, and vintage cars. You can go in person or streaming online at SEST.TV, part of the Pit Road TV network. Southern National Motorsports Park in Lucama is off until June the 12th when ARCA comes to town, and Carteret County Speedway in Swansboro is off as well. They will be back racing next weekend, May the 15th. Dirt racing this weekend, Friday night, Carolina Speedway down in Gastonia has Lightning late models, and they also have twin mains for their Thunder Bomber divisions. Saturday, quite a few dirt tracks off. 311 in Madison is off. County Line Raceway in Elm City is off. Fayetteville Motor Speedway has the Blue Ridge Outlaw late models as well as weekly UMP mods. Friendship Motor Speedway in Elkin has the Southeast Dirt Modifieds, the UMP Modified Touring Series running for $2,000 to win for the Manuel Johnson Memorial. They also have 604 late models and Renegades along with other weekly classes. Halifax County Speedway is off this weekend, and Tri-County up in Brasstown, Ray Cook's track, they are actually racing on Thursday, May the 6th, so tomorrow, having an 800 to win front-wheel drive race, plus they've got limited and crate late models as well. That's segment number one. Coming back on the other side with more to come this weekend here on the Half Price Concessions Podcast.
When you're eating breakfast, you don't think twice about hitting an electric line in your cereal. If you're looking through your dresser, does damaging a fiber optic line cross your mind? Of course not, because those utilities are buried underground. So don't think twice about calling 811 before digging. 811 is a free service, takes as little as 5 minutes, protects you and your neighborhood, and it's the law. So call or click 811 today. This safety message brought to you by North Carolina 811.
Welcome back. Weekly update for Wednesday, May the 5th, 2021. You are listening to the Half Price Concessions Podcast. Here's where all the touring series are. Solid Rock Carriers Cars Tour late models will be at Ace Speedway this Friday, May the 7th. Tickets are available through acespeedway.net. Tickets are limited, though, so if you want to watch online, go to carstour.tv. They will have all the streaming. Cars Tour Super Late Models will be racing at Nashville Saturday, May the 8th. That is a combined event with the Southern Super Series and CRA. If you want to watch that one from your couch, it is streaming on speed51.com. Carolina Pro Late Models and Carolina Crate Late Models will be at Florence Motor Speedway down in South Carolina on May the 8th. You can catch that one streaming on pitroad.tv. The Smart Modified Tour will head to Franklin County Speedway up in Callaway, Virginia for the Kenny Minter Classic. That race available on speed51.com for streaming. Southeast Super Trucks will be at Tri-County Motor Speedway up in Granite Falls. You can stream that one on SEST.tv. Dirt racing tours, most of them off this weekend. The Carolina Clash Super Late models are off. Fuel late models, I-95 late models are off. Mid-East 602 modifieds are off. The Southeast Dirt modifieds will be at Friendship Motor Speedway up in Elkin for a 2,000 to win race, the Manuel Johnson Memorial for those UMP modifieds. A couple of out-of-state recommendations for you as far as asphalt racing goes. Saturday, I got to tell you, here in the state of North Carolina, if you want to go out of state for an asphalt race, I would definitely recommend going up to Franklin County Speedway. Those smart modifieds are going to really fly around that 3/8 mile Franklin County Speedway. It is always a great show when the modifieds are there. It is just a super fast track for those guys. So definitely recommend, if you're going out of state, to head up to Franklin County Speedway for the Kenny Minter Classic at Franklin County. Again, that race also streaming on speed51.com if you cannot be there in person. As far as the dirt goes, I've got two recommendations out of the state for you. Friday night up at Wythe Raceway in Rural Retreat, Virginia. The Spring Nationals will be at Wythe Raceway. That's a 10,053 to win dirt super late model race for Ray Cook's Tour. If you can't be there in person, you can stream that race on Flow Racing, but Wythe Raceway, one of the most beautiful racing facilities of any kind. Highly recommend you go check it out in person. Hillside seating, awesome views, clean bathrooms, can't beat it. Saturday, as far as dirt racing goes, Cherokee Speedway down in Gaffney, South Carolina has the Ultimate Super Late models on Saturday for $5,000 to win. That race will also be available streaming on speed51.com. Segment 2 complete. Come back on the other side for more, the weekly update from the Half Price Concessions podcast. This episode of the Half Price Concessions podcast is brought to you with support from Performance Center Racing Warehouse. In addition to being the home of the PRW chassis, Performance Center offers in-house setups and consulting, plus suspension and chassis pull-down analysis, along with their fabrication shop that can reclip your race car with the fastest turnaround in the industry. Give Roger Johnson and the Performance Center team the chance to earn your racing business by calling them today at 704-838-1400 or visit them online at performancecenter.com. That's PERFORMANCENTER.com. Welcome back. The Half Price Concessions podcast weekly update for Wednesday, May the 5th rolls on. A couple of YouTube recommendations for you, and these are both going to be in the show notes, so whatever platform you're listening to, you'll have a link to this. Got a couple of recommendations for you. First, for you old NASCAR fans, I highly recommend Brock Beard's Rise of the Field Fillers series on his YouTube channel. If you just YouTube Brock Beard, you can find it, but I'll have the link in the show notes. But it's Brock Beard's Rise of the Field Fillers, Episode 1, The Problem. It kind of lays out what exactly was going on with NASCAR. They had to get to 43 cars for TV or something like that, but it's actually a really interesting story about a lot of these kind of smaller budget teams that were kind of, a lot of them left by the wayside by the big powerhouse teams. So definitely recommend that. Also, our buddy Boo Carlisle's Kickin' Asphalt vlog, which is available on YouTube, has a new episode up called Tough Breaks, literally, at Greenville Pickens. You can follow along with Boo Carlisle's adventures running his street stock down at Greenville Pickens and all over the place. The link to that episode will be in the program description here. So check that out. Boo Carlisle's Kickin' Asphalt vlog on YouTube. And your weekend pay-per-view recommend for this weekend, if you're stuck to the couch or you just don't want to get out or it's just too far for you to travel, I highly recommend Sunday at 7 p.m. over on Flow Racing. They'll have the USAC Silver Crown cars at Winchester for the Rich Vogler Classic. It's a 100-lap main event on the high-banked half mile in Winchester, Indiana for the USAC Silver Crown cars, and I'm telling you, you want to see some machines flying. You will see very high-speed racing. The USAC Silver Crown Series, maybe not quite what it used to be, but I think it's definitely one I'm going to be keeping an eye on and watching over on Flow Racing Sunday at 7 p.m. USAC Silver Crown from Winchester. That's it for this segment. Back with our final segment to send you home. This is the Half Price Concessions Podcast Weekly Update. The Half Price Concessions Podcast is brought to you in part by our friends at Accelerated Graphics. Whether you need a wrap for your race car, signs for your business, banners for your special occasion, decals, apparel, or anything else, you need to call Jason Turner at Accelerated Graphics. Call him at 336-266-5653. Visit them online at www.worth2tenths.com. You can also find them on Facebook by searching for Accelerated Graphics. Anything you need to give your racing career, your personal business, or anything you need a nice, clean, professional, exciting look, call Accelerated Graphics today.
Hey podcast listeners, I'm Keith Montgomery of Montgomery Performance Consulting, and I want to help speed up your racing program. Whether you're racing dirt, asphalt, or road course, put my years of experience to work for you. Our pull-down services will help find where you're giving up speed so you can unload faster and run up front. We also offer trackside consulting and data testing to help you find speed and balance. And with our central location in Burlington, North Carolina, you can come to us for discounted rates on pull-down sessions. Call me today at 336-382-1835. Like us on Facebook at Montgomery Performance Consulting, and let us help your racing program today.
And to close things out, I want to end every episode on a piece of scripture and a piece of advice. So today's scripture comes from Proverbs chapter 9, verses 8 and 9. Scripture reads, "Do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." So that right there, what do you want to be? Do you want to be the scoffer who cannot be corrected because he's going to hate anybody that tries to correct him? Or do you want to be the wise man that gets rebuked and learns from it and appreciates the person that gives a gentle rebuke? Do you want to be the wise man who receives instruction and becomes wiser because of it? Pretty good scripture. Proverbs is a great book to be in. Of course, the whole Bible is a great book to be in, but the book of Proverbs is a proverb for every single day, no matter what day of the calendar it is. That is from Proverbs chapter 9, verses 8 and 9. "Do not correct a scoffer, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a just man, and he will increase in learning." Also, guys, Mother's Day coming up this weekend, Sunday. Make sure you're going, fellas. If you have not gotten your Mother's Day presents yet, make sure you go and get that taken care of. You don't want to be in there Saturday scrambling for Mother's Day presents. Make sure you got your mothers took care of, your grandmothers, your wives, whoever it needs to be. Make sure you got the mamas taken care of. And a happy, happy, happy Mother's Day to some of the coolest moms out there, racing moms. Definitely some that put up with a whole lot, and we surely love them for it. So happy Mother's Day this weekend to all you moms listening out there. My name is Tyler Williams. This has been the weekly update for Wednesday, May the 5th, 2021 on the Half Price Concessions podcast. We'll do this again next week. Till then, you guys have a great time at the racetrack, whether you're racing, you're watching, or you're following along on streaming. Appreciate you being a fan of racing.